Today was surprisingly exhaustive. Full disclosure, I didn't end up filming a lot. So, in keeping up with 2018's resolution, I need some kind of content for today. In that, thank you for joining me for a segment I'm still trying to call The Day in Brief. First up, Pokemon Go. Last time on Egg Watch, we were monitoring 9 10K eggs. They hatched, and the results are in. 4 Mareep, 2 Porygon, 1 Sudowoodo, 1 Chansey, and 1 Larvitar. The 4 Mareep were surprisingly exciting. I don't have an Ampharos yet, and the amount of Mareep meant that I can transfer them in order to get closer to the egg, or to the candy count that it requires to get the Ampharos. I also learned that you get 30 candies per hatch, so it negated the need to transfer the Mareep, so now I'm just stuck with a bunch of Mareep, with one of them turning into an Ampharos. The 2 Porygon were whatever, they're Porygon. Sudowoodo's a good type. Chansey's exciting because I lost the other one to a Blissey, and Larvitar is kind of cute to have, so. Next up, games. In Hearthstone, I was bum rushed, I was cheated by Yogg, all praise the randomizer, but managed to put a cocky hunter in his place. In Armello, the crown was sneaked by who and how? Check out the gaming playlist for full coverage. Of course, no such playlist exists yet, because I'm still deciding whether or not I want to post those things. Probably, I'll only post like the main feature or the main highlight to the playlist, and just kind of montage and mention like the other little tidbits of the other games here in this segment. There'll probably be a gaming playlist pretty soon. I just have to find more energy and more time to be mentally coherent. Next up, crafts. These files are very fun to use like this. I'm still contemplating on a 3D printer. So far in the lead are the C10 and the Anycubic. They fit my budget, and they seem to have pretty good reviews, just across the board. Which brings us to our next topic. Have I improved? No. My Blender knowledge is going unpracticed. I haven't doodled in, what, 20 days? There's no language practice, speaking or otherwise. And I know why. It's just not a good reason. I'm exhausted. The taking accidental naps that can span from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock. It's just not good. It's a waste of time, and I really should learn how to manage my energy better so that I can have more time to practice these things at the very least the language thing, because that's just a Duolingo thing that I can just pop open on my phone whenever I want. Then I gotta produce a video, and I refuse to let that resolution slack. So, have I improved? No. But I am trying. Which brings us to our next topic. the day in brief. So I like it. I may keep the other scene as stock footage to just kind of throw into a video, but I like doing this format because I get to do more retrospective commenting. I may improve the stock scene, make it more noir detective themed, get myself a nice like necktie, and I will film this type of a format on a better camera, because right now I'm just using a Logitech webcam and the colors are kind of gross. This lighting is washing everything out. It's whatever. This is what I get for sleeping for 5 hours as a nap. As a side note, the day in brief, it is supposed to be brief. This format might be titled differently as a result. So maybe something like the day in review. Let's throw that on the wall and see how that sticks. Otherwise, it should look like this. Thank you for joining me for the day in brief. Pokemon Go. The 10K eggs hatched. We have Mareep, Porygon, Mareep, Sudowoodo, Porygon, Chansey, and Larvitar. The Mareep are nice. We can now get an Ampharos. The Chansey is nice because we have a Blissey and we don't have a Chansey anymore. And the Larvitar is cute. Games. In Hearthstone, I was bum rushed, cheated by Yogg, but managed to put a cocky hunter in his place. In Armello, the crown was sneaked, but by who? How? Check out the gaming playlist for full coverage. Crafts. These files are very fun to use like this. Have I improved? No. My Blender skills suck. My doodling skills suck. I'm losing my German, even though I'm practicing it. Thank you for joining me for the day. I'm super excited for Wednesday, despite traffic into Fullerton. I expect to hopefully recharge my batteries and just regenerate my soul. This has been the day in review. This has been the daily review. This has been the day's review. The daily, the days? Gonna have to work on that. And now, the evening's horizon.